Hello everybody and welcome back to Drunk Happy Gamers and welcome back to Final Fantasy Record Keeper. Now we're doing the Sephiroth Despair boss battle at the end of the Mind of Zenith thing. So yeah, this is my basic team. I'm just going through it real quick. I didn't do the commentary while I was recording this because I didn't know if I was going to complete it or not. So basically I've got Van and Minfilia on breaking and also a little bit of healing. I've also got Tyro as my Sentinel. He's going to cast Sentinel's Grimoire, and that's basically it. We got Yuna doing Song of Spira, which is Last Stand and Haste, which comes in very handy in this particular fight. Y'shtala is on Asylum duty and major healing, and also the Bubble. The Bubble's good. I also RW'd Alpha Node, so every time Sephiroth hits me, he's going to take the same amount of damage that I'm taking, which is quite handy as well. It's also a useful magic and attack boost. So the stage we have here, I'm just using Life Siphon and Wrath to try and get my soul breaks up to as much as possible in the time it takes Sephiroth to deal with his first phase. I should mention there are 4 phases to this battle, mainly because Sephiroth is a little bitch and he decides to cast Ultimate Despair or whatever it is, and it's a dispelling technique that dispels everything including wall. So you need to make sure your wall, if you have one, because there are people who do it without wall, your wall is ready to be deployed as soon as he hits each dispelling stage, because otherwise Sephiroth generally tends to follow up with attacks after he's used Dispel that can leave your party very much hurt. So it's very important to time your attacks correctly. As you can see, I'm just life siphoning up. Basically I've got Van on pretty much full break duty due to his Ultra and his BSB that I recently obtained. I was super hyped about getting his Ultra, by the way, holy shit. If you haven't seen that video, go have a look at my right draw for Pawn Among Kings, because I just freak out when I see it. So yeah, what his Ultra does is with every hit of his initial soul break use, it reduces attack and resistance, I believe, a large amount. And again, as well as Van's BSB, it's also instant, so it's very useful to have that. His BSB manages to reduce magic and defense, and they have those kind of breakdowns on his commands as well. So I'm just pausing a sec so I can reconfirm, because he's about to go into Dispel mode. As soon as he takes another round of damage that he deals out, he's going to go for his first Dispel. So that means I need to prepare quite quickly. Here he goes. He's going for it, but I pop off a Cruelest Azure before he I go into EX mode before he starts to dispel me. So I'm not sure if that was the right move to take, but he still hits a lot even with Asylum up. It basically just negates it, I think. I don't know, but I just use it for the healing in this anyway. So yeah, he follows up with a technique that can reduce your HP down to like 25%, I think it is. I'm not too sure, it's probably under that, it might even be 15%, so you want to have your heals and your last stands up before that happens. Last stand can be helpful in case you can't get a heal quick enough to actually heal your party before he attacks again, but usually if you've broken him enough, you can negate most of his damage from his following up attack. So yeah, now I'm using the BSB, so that has magic and defense breakdowns on its cast. That's mainly what I used it for, because Van's still in EX mode. So yeah, well, now I've got both Van's BSB and Minfila's up, I basically dedicate the breakdown rolls. So Minfila's taking out magic, and well, actually no, I get Minfila doing attack breakdown soon enough, and Van's just using Thieves' Revenge because it's an instant cast with his EX up, his Sky Pirate EX mode. I love it, it's so cool. On the Chaos difficulty, not Chaos, it's apocalyptic difficulty, he can usually do around 5, 6 to 7k on his Thieves' Revenge every hit. I mean, with this difficulty it doesn't do as much, but it's still pretty decent damage, about 10k per turn, and as it's pretty much instant, it's great for getting his health down pretty quickly. I mean, my run in this isn't the fastest. It's not the fastest one. I think I get a 109, but my best run has been the 104. I know people have done it a lot faster, but if you want to turtle out his attacks, oh, there goes his second Dispel. This time he follows up with a volley of magic attacks. I think he goes Blizzaga, Quake, and Thundaga. And yeah, this can wreck your team if you haven't got magic resistance. Oh, yeah, and Tira died. I wasn't careful enough. But yeah, Song of Spirit resurrects him, so he can get another Sentinel's Grimoire out. It also gives him Last Stand, so it's a useful technique to bring along with you if you have it. If not, I'd recommend like Aiko's Guardian Mog or any Last Stand really. Minfia's Super also does the job here. Like, if you got a lot of Last Stands, you can pretty much weather most attacks. I've seen a run where it's literally just 3 people using Last Stand. Oh no, it's not 3, it's just he's RW'd in a Last Stand. Minfia's got her attack raising / Last Stand boost, and Edge has his physical blink with Last Stand as well. So yeah, that's a pretty good useful technique to actually stop the Sephiroth like killing your party off completely. And here I go for another deployment tactics where I can reflect damage back at him. And seeing he's doing a lot more damage, he can take more damage as well. And here we go with another EX mode. I'm just going to use the last of my Thieves' Revenge and try and get as much. Oh, there's his third Despair. That's the last one he's got. Now he just constantly uses Octa Slash, and also I think full magic attacks as well, like full party hitting magic attacks. Okay, I was just proven wrong. He used Sudden Cruelty. That's when you get lucky, because mostly he goes for a Flashing Blade or Octa Slash or something like that. It might be when he gets even lower health, like when he gets into like Rage mode. But yeah, if you got any OSBs for this stage, then possibly just pop them then, because you'll get a lot more damage. I haven't got many OSBs for damage dealing, stuff like that. So yeah, I just used Vaughn's OSB eventually, which doesn't do that much damage unless you've broken them a lot. That includes Mind Breakdown as well, because for every debuff stat that Sephiroth has taken, he usually gets more damage boost damage output from his OSB. So yeah, I'm still going on with Thieves' Revenge. It's very useful here because I can just keep Vaughn alive. He's my main damage dealer in this run after all. Minfilia can do quite a bit of damage to him as well, but not as much as Vaughn can, that's for sure. But yeah. Okay, so keeping his magic and attack breakdowns are the most important things, but if you can, just try and full break. I go for my OSB now, I just pop it off. It's still not enough to kill him. It's 29,000, so that kind of sucks, but he'll basically just kill himself now because Alpha Node's Super is still active, and he uses Octa Slash Despair, does heavy damage, and oh wait, Thieves' Revenge. Hold it. Is that it? No, it's still going. Octa Slash Despair, and now he's dead. Just one hit from that though. So yeah, that was my tactic for defeating Sephiroth. Basically walling it out and making sure you time your walls perfectly, and that's very important. I mean, in my first run only Yuna died, but in this one I had 2 deaths, but Song of Spirit managed to revive him and keep him alive for this. But yeah, so that's all for this. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you liked the video, please stick your thumb where everyone can see it. I'll see you all in the next video. So until then guys, take care, bye bye!